Andy Zoden with Mile High Sports on the floor of the Pepsi Center in anticipation of the Power Shares Champion Showdown. I'm obviously standing here with one of America's greatest of all time, Andy Roddick. Andy, welcome to Denver. Great to have you here as part of the Power Shares Tour.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
So, how does it feel now that you've been away from the game a little bit to be able to just walk out on the court, not a care in the world, and just sort of reflect back and this be like an encore performance from a 12, 13-year great pro career?
Yeah, it makes me miss what I used to be able to do on the court.
Right.
No, but you know what? I never reached that. I retired earlier than a lot of the guys, but I never had that last couple of years bitter resentment towards the game where I wanted to be anywhere but a tennis court. I always loved it, and I still love it. So to be able to come out here and kind of pretend I'm a tennis player for a night is a nice option to have.
Guy that's done what you done doesn't have to pretend. Andy, when you look back after you've been away from the game for a while, are you able to appreciate some of the things you did? What comes to mind for me is 2009, the Wimbledon final. For my money, two champions walked off the court that day. Looking back on it, is that a loss that you're able to sleep at night and know that you were a part of one of the most historic matches of all time?
Yeah, time helps. For a little while after that, I woke up every morning and I felt like I got kicked in the stomach. But time goes on, and you know what? Frankly speaking, that match changed a lot of people's perception of me. I first came out, I was a brat, and then I was this, and then I was that. I wore a lot of hats throughout my career, and after that match, I never had more support from the American tennis fans. So I would have loved a Wimbledon title, but still, that match is one of my fondest memories.
You mentioned wearing a lot of hats in your career, and I'm going to remind you of a hat that you were given. Back in 2003, I walked into your hotel room with you one day shy of your 21st birthday. Philip Farmer introduced us.
Okay.
And I handed you a hat. It was a black hat with the Texas Longhorn logo on it. I said, Andy, this is going to bring you good luck. Do you happen to remember how that 2003 U.S. Open ended up for you?
So you're gonna take credit for the 2003 U.S. Open and the hat that you gave me. I didn't have the heart to tell you then that I was a Nebraska fan, but
You did tell me
okay,
that.
good. Well, then I
You
did.
did.
I was cold-hearted then, also. Then apparently, yeah. I mean that ended up. I had a pretty good run going into that tournament, and it's probably the only time in my career I felt like the hands-down favorite going into an event, and I got one.
Another one of the great moments in your career that I want to harken back to was the day you won your 30th title, and you did something on the court that I know you have to think about fondly, which was the diving forehand winner that you hit against Milos Raonic. I mean, we're at a time where the Olympics are going. I think even the Russian judge would have scored you pretty high on that.
Yeah, you know what? It was a little bit of a catch-22 because it was probably the best shot of my career, and I didn't see it land because I was busy rolling towards the thing. I have no recollection. I was on my back. I just assumed I'd missed it, or he had put away the volley or something, and then I heard the crowd go nuts, and that was it. That was for a title, and that was a big title for me at that point. So, that's the most excited I ever saw my coach Larry Stefanski after a match, just because he was pumped up about that shot.
It was a hell of a shot, and those of us that did see it live won't forget it. I gave you that hat in 2003 and I haven't seen you since. Let's see if we can go 2 for 2. Get you a win in the Power Shares event. Andy, it's really exciting for all of us here in the Denver tennis community to have you in town. Being an Austin guy myself and growing up as a pro at Lakeway, I'm so proud of what you've done for our sport and how you've grown up and done so well for yourself. Congratulations on a great career, and thanks again for being here.
That's nice of you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yep. Thanks, Andy.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. Thank you.